throw this video in at the very beginning, so welcome to the video, but I'm editing this like probably 3 weeks later. This video is honestly horrible. This tops the other ones. The wind noise is horrible, so just want to warn everybody who's gonna watch this, like, just expect wind noise and expect not to hear my voice. All right, let's just skip to the video. Had to let you guys in on that. Guys, I'm back. I want to do a video on a cheap PDR kit, paintless dent removal kit I got off Amazon. Let's just unbox this thing because it's quite hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the cheaper options. You can get up to like $100 kit. It actually comes with a lot, but like this is, I'm never gonna use that. Like, I don't think that's even gonna pull a dent out if I'm being completely honest. I tried that, it doesn't work, but maybe I'm doing it wrong. But I'm gonna show you some tips to help you out with some of these kits. That's definitely, I've tried it. I've tried everything. Those don't work. So we got a slide hammer here. Probably the cheapest slide hammer you ever did see. But hey, it's a slide hammer. And it'll work. But I got this like 3 days ago and I have to unbox it. So I'll tell you, I'll put in the description where to skip ahead when the actual process begins. So this thing turns into like, you got a slide hammer and then it turns into something else. Or you just put this end on it, I believe. Yeah. So you can use it as a T-bar or a slide hammer. That's right. And or you're going to be using a slide hammer, I think, today on the Del Sol. And then we got this guy, whatever this is. Yeah, okay, so it's got the plastic pieces, and then this is just another bar, but and instead it's like a vise. It's more of a vise than it is anything else. So that's pretty neat. That might actually come in handy. I'm not sure I'm going to use that one today, but we'll see. This is the most important part, the glue. I don't know the strengths on these. I really don't. We're gonna find out. You're an informational kit. Instruction. It basically has Chinese written in it. This is for if you're doing like a curved type of pole. So you curve around this kind of dent body line, you want to pull it out. You can get a little bit of curve out of this. And then it pulls it, So won't be using that either, but nifty to have. And so the problem with all of these, I'll skip right to it, the problem with these kits is that people get them expecting them right out of the bag to be good. Here's the thing. This plastic is a like polyurethane type of plastic, so it's got a solvent in it that's slippery as soon as you make it, as soon as it's molded. And not a solvent, but it's just a kind of coating of oil on it that nobody thinks to take off. You're gonna use it. This is just plastic. Oh my gosh, this is all plastic. Wow, this is gonna break so easily. I mean, at least make it not like I could easily probably break this. Like I could just drop it and break. Even the polar's plastic. Why would you do that? Why the frig would the polar be plastic? I mean, alright, it's like the cheapest thing on the planet. What was I thinking? Like, this is gonna break. This is gonna break before anything. It's that, you see these? This is all of this is plastic. The only metal part are these, the nut and the threads. Like, that's it. Everything you see here is plastic. That's plastic. This is plastic. Even that's plastic. Why would you do that? What did I get for? What did I get? These are what you need to put in acetone. That's what needs to be washed off. This is like your hammerheads or something. Like if you're trying to tap in, if you have a protuberance. A spray bottle that's completely useless to me. Actually, maybe it's not. A tiny baby hammer. Okay. What's this? Oh, you can put different ends on it? That's weird. I don't know what ends would go on here. I got your glue gun. And the only reason I bought this kit is because it's got like a million of those. And a lot of kits use the same kind of connection, so I thought if I'm going to upgrade one day, you know, it'll be good to have a bunch of them. And then a glue gun. The cheapest glue gun on the planet. Oh, look, a nifty carrying bag for everything, so I don't need this box. High vis, because, you know, I'm going to be carrying this around with me everywhere. Alrighty. Let's skip to putting these, how to clean your things here. So I'm just gonna skipping videos downstairs here. So essentially, what the problem is with what everybody does is it's jump right into it, so they don't clean off these molds. And so actually, what you don't even know that is hysterical. This is funny because this is actually relating to this. I have a release agent because I was making molds for this Honda Prelude body, RC body. And I put this releasing agent on here. It's basically silicone spray. I'm almost out of. You put your mold in, then it comes out with these after it dries. Well, that's exactly how these are made. They're pressed into a mold, and then they're just thrown to the side. They're done. They don't even clean these. So you have residue from the mold release on those still, which is the silicone. It's slippery. They don't clean that from factory, as far as I know. I'm almost 100% sure they don't. And that's why sometimes you'll see videos where they just plop right out. And I might run into that. But I'm going to do everything and show you guys everything you can do to prevent the glue from popping off and from those popping off of the glue. So there's 3 parts to that, obviously. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to use, which ones. I mean, I think these are packaging of all the same ones. Like, there's more than just... Yeah, so I really got this whole thing, and it's only needs one. Okay, well, that's you get for Chinese stuff, huh? So I plan on only using probably this guy, really the biggest ones, because these are some pretty big dents. Oh, excuse me for a second. Praise the Lord. Probably the circle one. I'll just do like one of each. I don't see myself using more than these guys. All right. Bring you down here. There we go. Probably just gonna use these guys. So before I do anything, acetone. And get it on a rag and clean these off. Here, I'll show you a difference already. You might, I don't think the camera might show that, but if you see, this one's got a little glimmer to it. Okay, maybe it doesn't show very well, but you can feel the texture difference now that I got my oil all over it, my finger oils. But that's what you want to wipe off, is all of that oil that's from the molds as soon as you get these things. So the next important thing is, this is not something you should probably do, but I might scuff the paint a little bit because the paint's already bad. Okay, I'm actually not going to do that because this is a PDR kit. But PDR video. What you want to do is clean the paint as best as you can. I use a degreaser. Dawn dish soap is one of them, or like the spray bottle of dish soap. I'm literally going to use degreaser, which isn't the best idea. It is pretty harsh on clear coats, but once again, my paint really isn't that important. If you do use a degreaser, just wax it when you're done. And a heat gun, which is real important. So let's just skip to that. I'll see you guys in the next one. This is what we're working on, this piece of crap. You can see it right here's a nice one. So the digger there, I'll try that. Pardon the wind, it's gotta be like 40-mile-an-hour gusts. So this is all just gonna end up in the field at the end of my road here. We got degreaser here, water to wash off the degreaser, so I'm gonna set up the camera and do that. I got my heat gun out, and that's warming up. And along with this, and by the way, these pads are rubber, so I don't know if you're comfortable putting that on your paint. Obviously, I really don't care about mine, so I'm just gonna plop. But I would recommend maybe putting a cloth underneath each foot if you're gonna use that tool. But I might use that tool, so I brought it out here for that guy specifically because he's small. So let's set up the phone here. By that, I need to put it on back the car that's parked. Hopefully that's safe. I'm not sure it is. So at this point, it's degreased, it's clean, there's nothing on this paint. There's alcohol as well. That'll work. But now we want to heat it up. And that's what heat gun's for, obviously. So let's make sure this is working. You really only need it hot. Ouch! I don't know, that was really hot. So the hot glue gun, if you can believe it, is really hot. It burns. Don't do what I did. Burn the paint, not your hand. You're just gonna heat up the area around the dent and the dent itself. And it heats up quick. Don't overheat it or you can potentially bubble the paint and you're in a world of hurt. So you only really need it hot for when you're putting the glue on it. Now, put your old, yeah, that's hot as crap. I'm gonna put that like right there, center of the dent. And then you're gonna let that dry. This is actually the first time I've ever used this stuff. I watched a bunch of videos and I figured, hey, I'll do my take on it. I'll skip to the part where I got the Polar on it and everything. Alright. So this is cool. Yep, I just pulled the dent out. That's crazy. Didn't expect that. I'm pretty sure it's all as I'm getting it. I actually think I told you I pulled a little more than I should. Okay, so I gotta readjust. That just pulled out that area. I gotta get down a little further. I'm too high up. Yeah, I gotta get down further. And my gosh, okay, so that way, I mean, that's on there. I don't know. I mean, that's on there. So, anyway, that's the way to do it to get this thing to get stuck. I'm going to try to... Actually, I didn't realize it's under that good. I'm going to try to get it out as much as I can. There we go. There goes the button. Oh my gosh, this is working so well. Okay. Oh, there it went. Oh my gosh. go. So anyway, you probably won't be able to see it in the video. I'm going to end off the video here because I don't know if you see that. It's a lot better. That isn't that great, but back here is a lot better. Right here it got pulled out. That was in. Sorry, that was in. So, alrighty, not gonna end off the video. I'm gonna try to get this out. This is tough because it's at a crease, so I doubt that I'm gonna get this out. But if it, I'd be impressed. That's what I'm saying. I want to give it a try though. That worked really, really well. Wow, what the freak? I am just blown away that is working. Wow. And so I'm not going to be able to pull this out because that would have to be I'm hoping this is seeing it. Yes. Back here was all pushed in. And now it's just right here. All of this got pushed. Wow, I am genuinely impressed. I want to try to get this guy out. I'm going to try to glue one up here and see if I can't pull it even further up. But as you can see, I have to the glue again and scrape it off. I'm really not sure how to get this residue off, but I'm going to figure it out and then I'll show you guys. I'll start the video after I get this off and do another Alright, slide hammer again. All I'm doing is applying light pressure, pulling pressure, and just smacking the hammer back. That one came off real easy. Oh, that's because it pulled the paint with it. Make sure your paint job's good. Because that'll happen. That is crazy. Well, just goes to show you how good the glue is. That's actually a really big shirt. This car is, once again, as you can tell, it's not a big deal to me. This car's really good for experimenting, that's for sure. The smaller long one because it's kind of that shape. That's probably why I pulled off, because I was pulling an area that just can't be pulled. So it should be warm still. Yeah, that's warm. Let's try that now. I doubt it's gonna work. I really do. I'm asking usually you tack weld a rod on and just bam. Body guys that are watching this cringing. But man, I pulled out that giant. Like, this was all in. That is so I'll try to get all this, but I doubt that's gonna work. Again, it's just too close to the. It's just too close. This is usually used for advertises dents, which yeah, that works. And dents are actually easier to pull out than dings because they're usually like a wide piece where it's like this. You're trying to pull out. So, the reason I got this is to do it with my preload. It's got a bunch of dings everywhere, and I want to use this. This is definitely going to work. And I'll end up using this guy for basically everything. So I'll update with how to clean things off. But right now, I'm just having fun playing with it. Wow, this is sweet. This is really crazy to me. Alright. I wonder if I don't that is going to push that dent right back in. But let's give it a try. This plastic rod is just going to break at some point. It's pushing the door in and denting the other side. Yeah, that's just too close to the body to be able to pull that anymore. I'm asking a lot of the body of this car to... this is going to pull this thing right off. Oh, maybe not. Ooh, watch out. That'll pinch the crap out of you. That hurts so bad. Wow, that really hurt. Dang. Okay, so it actually did pull out that crease there. It's not pulling the body line, it's just pulling it out to here's the line, it was creased past it like this. So it pulled that straight. That's impressive, man. Alright, well, I think you guys get the gist. I'm gonna end the video off here. Hopefully this helped you guys out on deciding the PDR stuff. Alright, see you next video if I do one. Before I end off the video, this stuff takes off the glue pretty easily. It's just kind of, you know, picking off. So if you guys are wondering what takes it off, Google on.